Hi y'all. So I was supposed to been give y'all some content. I'm gonna talk about all that. Okay. So for those of y'all don't know me, my name is Alia. Some people call me Lee. You can call me Lee. I'm from Philly. Um, I'm gonna try my hardest not to keep saying but I have a podcast. It's called Mouthpiece. Basically, you talking shit and you leave. I recorded episodes. I had episodes. I had a few different topics. I had a co-host. Everything was going really good. And then like when it was time for me to upload, they wasn't uploading. People kept backing out, coming up, like talking on the show, and it was just like already starting to get a little bit overwhelming because if you know me, I don't really like asking people for stuff. It was starting to kind of just be like a little bit just like more trouble than it was worth, you know what I'm saying? But like, I got something to say, like I got a voice and I wanna use it, and so it's crazy. So okay. Again, like I said, I had a few topics. We talked about me and a guy, we talked about like gender roles and women, femininity, like, just real good. We had some real good stuff. So um fast forward to maybe like a couple of whatever in, me and my baby father, we went through something. The guy who I was doing the show with is my kid's dad friend. So me and my baby father, we went through something one day, and I guess my baby father called him. I don't know what he said to him. He was here. The guy was here in my house. Like, we was about to shoot. And I came back. Me and my baby father got into it. I come back to my house. He's not here. He's gone. I'm like, where you at, bro? He like, oh no, y'all not having a good day. We can try it tomorrow. And I'm like, oh no, like I would never give nobody the power over me like that. Like that, I felt like that shit was corny. Like at the end of the day, like, yeah, that's your homie. We going through something, but we going through something that's between us. They don't have nothing to do with this platform here. You know what I'm saying? So that just brought me back to like, oh, this is why I don't fucking ask nobody to do nothing. This is like, because for the first time in my life, I ever was like, yo, I need help. Like, I can't do this by myself. I do everything by myself. Like, Lone Star. Like, and I'm like, this is why I don't ask nobody. Like, I was hurt. I was in my house. I was crying. Like, oh my God. Like, I was like upset. The recordings that I had already recorded on iMovie, they wasn't uploading. We gonna get into that, like how why I think that shit wasn't uploading or whatever. But so yeah, like I was crying, I was like really upset. A lot of people were saying that they was gonna come, not coming. I mean, I would put like, who wanna come through? Like, I'm gonna come. Then the day of, like, so I was just like, you know what? Okay. I'm not fucking with that shit no more. Not like that. Like, eventually, like, I will. Like, it is a couple of people that I know will come up here and will shoot they shit with me. But for real, it wasn't really what that was about for me. Like, that's initially, that's like what I wanted. I live for a debate, but I had to just find a different route. So I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about myself. And we're going to kind of like, I don't know where we're going to go with the topics, but I'm going to try to make it flow. So, like I said, I'm from Philly. I got 2 kids. And when I was 10, my mom died. So, for me, always, like, people are like, oh, you aggressive. Yeah, I am. Move the fuck around. If you move around. If it scare you, nigga, get a dog. So, because I didn't have a mom, I always had to be like, perfect. I don't want nobody to tell me nothing. You ain't my mom. You know what I'm saying? So, growing up like that, I never really thought that had any impact on my life. And we had a topic when I was doing it with somebody else, like growing up without a father in the home, like what it do to a man. I can't really speak on it. Hopefully I can get somebody to come up and to really talk about that. But I'm gonna talk about it for me, growing up without a mom and the effects that I feel like it had on me, for real, for real. My dad was around, but he was like in and out. He was doing his own thing. Like, he was a good dad. My mom never spoke bad about him. He did the best that he could. Whatever. But growing up without a mom, I couldn't hear nothing that nobody else tried to say. Like, my aunt, she raised me. And, like, shout out to her because she's the reason why I'm so, like, I don't take no shit, no fun answer. I'm going to get to where I'm going to go regardless. And I owe a lot of that to her. But I had to learn that shit in a really fucked up way. And a lot of it was because I didn't have my mom. Like, you going to listen to your mom. You going to always listen to your mom. Even if you don't agree with her, you're going to always listen to her first. Like, that's just natural. So a lot of stuff that my aunt was trying to tell me, I wasn't really trying to hear that shit. I was so, like, wrapped up, like, in my mind. And she wasn't perfect. Like, she wasn't perfect. She didn't know how to love me properly. And I wasn't her child. And I don't care what nobody say. When it's not your child, it's just different. It's just different. It's just different. You could love them. She loved them. Nobody wasn't wearing, her kids wasn't wearing Timbs and we was wearing Bobos. No, took care of us. Great. Like, but she wasn't my mom. So, a lot of shit used to try to kick to me about niggas. I wasn't hearing that. The boy that she liked, I'm kicking him to the curb. The one she's telling me, he gonna hurt you, bitch. Well, hurt me. You know what I'm saying? So, growing up without that mom, that really had an effect on me, and I didn't know. Like, I used to pride myself on taking my mom death like a soldier, like can't nothing lie, but I didn't know how bad that I was hurting, and that even spilled over into relationships. That spilled over into friendships. I'm always trying to, like, you know, give that love that I never received. I'm always trying to give it. But I'm not receiving it. Like, I'm not receiving it from my mother. I'm feeling like I'm not receiving it from my family. I'm not able to receive that love because I never got it. Like, that mother's love, like, I never got it. It was cut off from me so fast. You know, I'm going to say from, like, I don't remember 1, I don't remember 2, but from, like, 3 to 10, that's all I got. I got 7 years. That's it. 7 wonderful years that I got, you know, remembering my mom, but that's very young. So growing up, I had to learn a lot of my lessons hard, and not everybody is like me. Some people lose their moms and they, you know, they be just fine. You know, they are able to navigate through life. I thought I was just fine, but I really wasn't. Like, I was not just fine. Like, I literally probably just got the emotional healing that I needed within these last 2 years. Within these last 2 years, I probably just got the emotional, like, healing that I needed to be able to be receiving of love. And now all my relationships, friendships, and romantic are so good. Like, because I am receptive to it now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, it's just crazy because now I'm 30. I'm 30 years old, and for a long time I used to think that I had shit figured out. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. You still can't really tell me shit, but you couldn't tell me nothing before. Like, before, it was just like I was so closed off and so, like before I started talking to my kid's dad, like, my family, they thought I was a lesbian. Like, I didn't care about niggas. He was around. It's funny because my brother was just like, yo, I used to see the way you used to be treating them niggas in college. Like, I never was boy crazy. Never used to care about niggas for real. Like, I don't know. Like, so I just never knew how broken I was. Like, I never knew how broken that I really was. Like, I never, because I carried it so well, and then other people on the outside looking in, they'll never know. They'll never know because I'm just confident. Like I'm confident. Like I'm confident in who I am, and that took me a long time to accept that too. It was like people made me feel bad for being for being confident. And then it was just like I noticed that like they want you to like, you know, call it air, like no, never, no arrogance, nothing. I'm just confident in who I am and what I have to offer, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't know, the more that I got out of that energy of feeling like, cause it was bad. Like I wouldn't be myself. Like if I felt like somebody thought that my personality was too much, like I cook. I'm a cook, and like I would cook, and then when I would get like real good reviews, I would see like certain people not really liking that, not really feeling that people fuck with me. So I would like go into my shell and like retreat a little bit, and like that's self-esteem. Like self-esteem just like crazy, but high self-esteem but low at the same time. Like I would dim myself down to make other people comfortable. I would do that so much. So one day I just was like, yo, if you ever want to be even a little bit successful, there's no way. There's no way. So I was talking to one of my friends. He had a podcast. I mean, he don't even be doing his no more too. Life be happening. And his joint was crazy. It's called Car Convos. Y'all should still check it out on YouTube. And it's like an audio. Car Convos. Dope as shit. Hopefully I can get him to come up here like and come shoot some shit with me. But he's like, do that shit. Just started. I've been working on Mouthpiece for a long time. Which is why it hurt me so much when that's my bro. Like, it hurt me so much, like, when that happened, because he could have just been like, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of just, like, left me high and dry, like, and I ain't like that, and it really hurt. So I just told myself, like, you know, I'm going to just, like, put out whatever content that I can, like, and it'll just be what it is. But I just felt like I owe people something. Like I owe people something. I'm mad that I can't put up the episodes that I recorded. If somebody good with like iMovie and can show me how to get this stuff off my iCloud and off this iMovie, I really would appreciate it. But I don't know. And I just feel like I don't really know like what direction this is gonna go. And I do got a lot of shit to talk about, but I'm about to be in the process of moving. Like, I'm just trying to get my life together. Like, so I really don't know. This is really something that I want to do. Like, I want to talk to people. I want to just, you know, this is something, but I don't know. I might gotta just change up the direction a little bit. Like, I don't want to be, and that was my whole thing. I didn't want to just be the only one that had something to say. But I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, like I just wanted to give y'all something, little background about me. I was gonna talk about when I used to be a stripper or whatever, but I ain't really want to get too deep. I actually think that somebody lied to my baby father and told him something about me that wasn't true, because I never fucked for no money. I never was sucking dick for no money. None of that. And I remember, like, me and him had gotten into an argument. He like, yeah, like, and I never really asked him what, because I didn't care. Nobody never said they fucked me for no money in none of them clubs. Like, I got paid to leave. And that's no cap. Like, a nigga was like, what the fuck is you doing here? Swear. He like, that's actually how a girlfriend of mine, we fell out. Okay, so the year is like, I want to say 2011, 2012. Just into 2011 going into 2012 going into 2013. Because I met my kid's dad in 2013. And okay, so yeah, so in the 2012 going to 2013, I started dancing. I was like 22. I was home from school. I needed some money. That shit was like, fuck it. Like, these niggas gonna pay me to dance. Y'all gonna pay me to dance. I'm gonna go get this fucking money. I'm gonna go get this bread. So that's what I did, or whatever. And you know, that shit was for like December 2012, and then it turned 2013, and then that was it. Like, and then I met my kids dad, and I sat down. Like, back then I was like doing a lot, a fucking hustler. Like, people thought I was broke. I wasn't broke. I had a lot of money, but I was in school. And like I said, I was in school, but I ain't had no mom. So when I came home from school, I knew, like, bitch, you gonna need a car, you gonna need somewhere to stay. You ain't got where you gonna stay? Who you gonna stay with? You can't stay with this person, you can't stay with this person. So, you know, I was grinding. I was out here grinding. This is when I had, like, the pills. I had the bud. I had the 40s. Yeah, 40s. Not 30s. I had, like, the OP 40. Like, I had that shit jumping back Frankfurt. Like, first ever seen. Like, all this shit stamped. Like, but whatever. So, yeah, so I was dancing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never do nothing. Like, you know, like, rumors get started. I'll never forget. My uncle, he kept calling me. At this time, I'm in college. Because, like I said, I was in school. I'm walking through the SSC. He keep calling me. I'm like, what? Mind you, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. My uncle don't wake up until the afternoon. So I'm like, let me answer. He's like, Leah, what's going on with you in this Onyx mess? And I'm like, Onyx mess? What you talking about? He like, yeah, somebody told me that you working at the stripper. I was like, no. Who said that? Who said that, right? So he like, yeah, I knew it was a rumor. So, you know, whatever. And then I'm like, you know, you talking about Onyx. Like, I ain't never worked there. Like, you know, like, that's too popping of a club. Like, I ain't never worked there. Like, no. So, whatever. But, so, you know, rumors get started. I never, like I said, he never said, like, nothing that was said. He just said spooky shit. And I'm like, I ain't never do shit spooky. Never. I used to be in that bitch. You mean, like, you know, it was more so like I was out partying than I was like out, like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas fuck with me, conversation there just. But like I said, I got paid to leave the club a few times. So we sitting at the bar. My first night that I ever danced, I did not drink. I was sober as a motherfucker. You won't catch me. So I didn't dance. I made my little money. The girl like, let's go to this after hour. Go to the after hour. I tell my girlfriend, the one who had introduced me to it, I had told her, like, yo, is this after hour? I made ada. I didn't really even do nothing. I was only in there for boom, 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 whatever. Next time she come to the after hour, bitch got loaded. Like, but she was like really really into that shit. Like, she would dance with anybody, everybody. She walked. No, I want only you come up to me, then we could say something. But you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really. I had no business. I can honestly say I don't regret that shit. I don't look down on none of that, bitch. Get your fucking money, period. If you respect yourself, then can't nobody disrespect you. Bottom line. But I just shouldn't have been doing that shit. Like, I used to just be in there like, you know what I'm saying? It just, you know, it just really wasn't, you know, for me. But so the next day we go back to the regular club, and the regular club wasn't like a strip club. Like, they ain't had a permit, so you couldn't like take your clothes off. So I had on like a dress. Like, you know, like, I was really like a regulation hottie. Like, I never was like into like my body, but my body was crazy. Like, my body was crazy, but I never was into my body. I'm not wearing no little clothes. Like, I never was really in, like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't care. I just didn't care. I just did not care. So the guy come over and he like, yo, what are you doing in here? Like, you look like you somebody's wife, swear. No spice. He like, yo, you look like you somebody's wife. Like, you don't belong in here. And I'm laughing. I'm this nigga. That's what niggas do. You know what I'm saying? So my girlfriend, she like, don't nobody belong in here. And I'm just like, you know, I ain't trying, like, you know, a nigga gonna be a nigga. He gonna say little shit. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Cool. Right? So he actually pays me. He pays me to leave. He said, I don't want to see you in here no more. Because, you know, we get the rap and I'm telling them, like, you know, like, I'm in school. Like, he paid me. to leave. Give me the money. I go out to her. I'm like, listen, I'm leaving, but I'll see you at the after hour. Going to the after hour. So that's what wound up happening. Then after that, she didn't really like to go out with me no more. Stuff like that. I got my hair blonde. That was really the end of it. And that's how I met my kid's dad, because I had dyed my hair blonde. And we used to go out to the clubs and make our money and shit. And then she stopped wanting to go with me. I used to then really want to go by myself. So, you know, he wound up hitting me up. We wound up linking. Whatever. After that, I had like this blonde ass hair. I go, hold on. I was making a couple dollars, like, you know what I'm saying? So, whatever. He knew. I told him, I sat down. The day that I met him, I never seen the inside of a club after that. Like, I stopped fucking with selling drugs, all that shit. Like, I sat down. Like, I was somebody's girlfriend at that point. Like, it wasn't like I had to do that shit no more. Like, so, graduated from college. Came home. College was a terrible time for me. Like, that was like one of the most depressing times of my life. I cried so much, I never even stayed in my room. I had this roommate. I never even stayed in my room. Shout out to Ugly. I used to stay in an Ugly room in college. Like, hey. I used to stay in his room all the time. Even if he wasn't there, he had an extra bed. He let me stay in his room. And I stay in his room. And I used to just cry all the time. I was so depressed up there. I hated that school so bad. Because I'm going to be a leader. You don't got to like me. Move the fuck around. And I ain't never talked to nobody who I didn't like. So how the fuck you don't like me? Like, how you don't like me and I don't talk to you? Get off my dick, you feel me? Like, I don't give a fuck. I told you that's when I used to be heavy in the streets, same clothes for days. No, I don't care. Track clothes, ACG boots, Bloomsburg hoodie, Nike sweats. Like, I just don't, like, I didn't give a fuck. I was getting to some money. I knew that when I went home, I had to have some money. So, like, I was so depressed up there. It didn't make no sense. I didn't make no fucking sense. I wanted to leave that school so bad. My God. Even get me started on that shit. That's a whole nother topic for another day. Some shit I be having to talk to myself and journal and meditate on whether or not I really want to talk about it, because I don't be wanting certain energy in my energy. But fuck it, this is my story. But I don't know. So I don't know. I've been through some shit. Just as we all have. And I think that's why I wanted to talk so much, because there's people that can relate. Like, there's people that understand. And I'm going to keep cooking real ass because I ordered broccoli and I paid for it. Where's my broccoli? And I only get 2 corns. But I don't know. That was it. Let me do a little sponsorship real quick before I go. Let me do a little sponsorship because that's what I want to do. Oh wait, I need my wet nip real quick. But yeah. So I don't know. First of all, this not a wet nip, this is a glove, but STB handbags. I don't know. I'll put it in the description, or I don't know. I'll tag her. I don't know how to do it, but it's STB handbags on Instagram. She has really nice quality bags, so check her out. But yeah, I talked my shit. So now I'ma leave. I gave y'all a nice little 25 minutes of some shit. Hopefully this shit upload.